think it through. It doesn't have a damn mouth. Pretty easy for a ventriloquist, though. That's if it doesn't have a mouth. Really? Will you stop your constant interruptions? I'm trying to sing a song. Well, way down yonder where the diggly... Stop your... I'll put it in this place over here where puppets are treated well. So listen, it's Halloween on Saturday night, and I go out with my son trick-or-treating, and, you know, he's dressed as Neil Armstrong. But I'm like, dress up like Neil Armstrong, you know, like when he goes to the store or something. He's like, no, I'd like him fully spaceman. So he's dressed as a spaceman. I put on a wig and a moustache up here. I go with Susan Boyle, and we go out. That's what I did. People are like, you've really got that down. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. So we go around, and you know, everybody's done the lovely spooky things with the, you know, the graveyards in there, you know, and the fake spider webs. And then there's always that one family in the street, isn't there? And you know who I'm talking about. The people with apples for the kids. You know, I know apples are good. They're great. They're really good for you. And you shouldn't eat too much candy because it's really bad for your teeth. I'm 47 years old, but when I walk up to a house and they've got apples, I just want to go, oh. And I can't because my kid is there. And he's never heard me swear. Oh, he has. Do you know what he asked me when I was driving him to school the other day? He said, how come nobody else can drive, Dad, only you? How come everyone else is bad at it and you're the only one that's good at it? I was like, I don't know, son. Just one of those weird facts of life. You'll understand it as you get older. Anyway, I just want to give a big shout out to the vegetarian people who had a Prius parked outside their house who had apples for the kids. God bless you. Thanks a lot.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Progressive. Visit Progressive.com today. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Right. Woo! Quietly, everyone. Please, let your applause die away quite naturally, as if it were not a machine. A machine powered by electricity. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. It's a happy daylight savings time, everybody. As you can see, it's getting darker at night now. Much earlier at night. Even though we are live and it's past the time in your region, it's still... This weekend, everyone gained an hour, but it evens out because you're watching this show, so you're throwing an hour away. So I'm not kidding, it's going to suck more than usual tonight, but if you want to stay with it, I'll do it too. Congratulations, by the way, to Mel Gibson. His girlfriend just gave birth to his 8th child. That makes him Octomel. He is, he's Octomel. He's got it. Congratulations, Mel. And the doctors gave Mel's girlfriend 2 pieces of advice. Always keep the bottles full and also take care of the baby. I'm explaining the joke. But if you have to explain it, it's not really a joke, is it? Do you know that Elton John has come down with a case of E. coli? I know. Oh. Get well soon, Elton, but I have warned you. How many times have I warned you about putting dirty meat in your mouth? I warned you. Hey! Shut up! The man's sick! Shut up! Have some compassion! Oh! Why do... Oh. I'm offended by what I just said. Are you? Ah, really. Do you know, I don't know about you, I'm glad Halloween's over. This morning I thought, finally, I don't have to keep my house stocked with those fun-sized candy bars, because these fun-sized candy bars give me a fun-sized ass. So I thought, finally, I've escaped the fun-sized candy bars, then I come to work and find a sweaty warm-up comedian handing them out to the studio audience for free. That's right. Oprah gives away cars. We give away mushy Snickers from a strange man's pocket. Advantage us, I think. My Halloween was very quiet this year, though. I thought about going to the West Hollywood Halloween Carnival, but it's too crowded. There's 400,000 people this year. If you've never been to West Hollywood, it's over that way. It's very different from regular. So it's different from regular Hollywood. In regular Hollywood, that's where people claw their way to the top. And in West Hollywood, they claw their way to the bottom. Exactly. So... Yes. The reason I thought about going, because there was a free concert by Right Said Fred. You remember Right Said Fred? Yeah, there's a... I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy... That was back when they could afford a shirt, I suppose. It's been tough. Anyway, the West Hollywood Halloween Carnival, it's always very safe. Even with 400,000 people, there's only a few arrests, because they get tons of police officers stationed all around the place to make sure things don't... things don't get too gay, you know. What are you doing? That looks... It's not that gay. All right, then. How gay is that? Still legal. All right. You know, I was at this parade a couple of years ago, and I saw this cop directing traffic. He's a regular cop in the street directing, and I drove past him and I saw he wasn't a regular cop. He had his pants cut out. His ass was just a bare ass out of his pants. Directing traffic. I had to drive past 3 times to get pulled over. Yep, that's pretty gay. All right. A couple of years ago, I went to a Halloween party at the Playboy Mansion. I only went to read the articles, but this was... Which are, let's be honest, really interesting. Oh, great, an old car. Anyway, this was before I was married, back when I had free time and no dignity, and I couldn't think of a costume. What costume? I didn't have a costume, so I went as a Scotsman. So, because I used to be. I am not originally from West Hollywood, is what I'm saying. And in my house, I have a kilt. So I wore my kilt, no underwear. That, you know, it's a long night standing around with no underwear. I have to be honest. It is. You stand around, after a while, you go, oh, what I'd do for a pair of underpants. Really, just the gravity is merciless. It just keeps tugging away, pulling you down, and you're like, ah. And it turns out I wasn't the only Scot at the Playboy party. It was me and Scott Bale were there. Somebody's got to clean the pool, I suppose. Anyway, at the party... Oh, that's a joke. He's great. He's my best friend. There was a party... I've never met him. I met him once. Look, never mind. It was just a joke. It was some harmless fun. I don't want to get into any trouble about it. It was like that thing I said about Elton John. I didn't really mean it. I didn't, and then I pretended I did. And I actually didn't. Anyway, look, the party at the Playboy Mansion, it's not what you think. It's not all jacuzzis and boobies and grottos full of questionable liquid. Although there is some of that, I'm like, oh! And then the cop comes over and goes, is that gay? And you're like, no, that's not gay at all. All right, carry on. But the Playboy party, it's mostly a bunch of guys just standing around, and then the bunnies walk by and they're like, hey, buddy, I got a carrot for you. I had a great time at that Halloween party. I saw one person dressed as a zombie going around groping people. Then I realised it wasn't, it was just Hugh Hefner. He didn't... He didn't even know it was Halloween. Is this the afterlife? Anyway, Halloween's over, and now it's time for commercials. That's right, I've been doing this thing where I've been trying to go to commercials with a big finish. Here they come. Nah, we can do better than that. Here they come! All right. First guest tonight is in the new film The Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. That's the name of the movie. It's in theatres now. No, not right now. It's midnight. But you know what I mean. It's tomorrow if you go to the theatre, and it'll... Take a look at this.
How'd you end up inside that?
Back in '75, I did a piece of work. I come out, and the police was waiting for me. He set me up. 25 to life.
Why did he set you up?
I can't wait to ask him.
Please welcome the charming and utterly lovely Billy Connolly, everybody. Billy Connolly. Connolly. Monday, it's Monday again.
How I love Monday.
It's a lovely day, isn't it? Look, it's been a lovely day in LA all day.
I love it.
How are you, sir? Can I call you Sir William? Are you a William?
No,
Sir William, yeah?
I'm a CBE.
What does that mean?
I'm a...
Commander?
Commander of the Order of the British Empire.
So, congratulations. Now, does that mean that if Britain should go into some kind of battle, you'd have to lead a platoon?
No, but I think if I got a body of men together, we could attack people we don't know.
I have the club for you. I'm liking your trousers very much. Did you get them in Scotland?
I got them in New York. This is when I was a child, we used to call this Bumby tartan. Do you remember that?
I do remember Bumby tartan. It was tartan that wasn't really...
It didn't exist as an actual tartan.
Right.
It's just checkered stuff.
It's what they used to sell when Japanese tourists would go to Edinburgh, and they would go into tartan shops, and they would say, do you have the Yokohama tartan? They were like, oh, sure, yeah, here it is.
Yeah. The loom in the back shop.
Loom quicker. Is that how you loom? I've never loomed.
Aye, it goes, there's a bar that goes back and forth and a shuttle that goes that way. So there's a lot of that goes on. The shuttle is a bit like the mouse is now. for the computer.
Yes.
It would shoot through the wools in two. Why am I talking
Because
about?
weaving is an important part of Scottish culture, and Americans should know more about
the
weaving.
The whole idea of it is to make people itchy.
Yes. Yes.
This is by far the least comfortable garment in the world.
Why? I was going to ask, why are you wearing it?
Because I have sinned.
Yeah, I know. Oh, gosh.
And I've read your book, and you have sinned.
I have sinned too, yeah.
You have lived my life.
I try to, as much as possible. Yeah, I used to, when I was about 10, would be just when your first album came out. It's a solo concert. Oh, that'd be the second album, right?
That'd be the second one, yeah.
Right, and we weren't allowed to listen to your comedy because
sin,
it was
hence
too much.
the jaggedy clothes.
So we used to take, and there were no iPods around, so we had to take record players and hide under bridges with record players and set them up and listen to your.
I love stories like that.
It's true.
You know, because stories about yourself, because you're not invited to these events. When I meet people. It's very odd meeting people who have grey beards who say, I used to listen to you when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
What happened? But I was reading your book, and that's another weird thing, when you read books about your own hometown and streets that you know.
I know, yeah, I know. It's funny. I went back recently to Glasgow, and it's all kind of cleaned up, and everyone's happy with teeth. I was amazed.
It's true.
I know they're all walking around, hi, how are you?
Hello.
Friendliness. I'm like, oh, what?
And they eat croissants and things.
That's right. Try some of this mustard. It's really lovely. It's like mustard.
What? It's Dijon.
Yeah.
Get out of my face. It's a city who's learned how to work the sunroof. It used to be a dark place. It looks as if somebody slid the roof back.
Yes. And why has the weather gotten better as well? I mean, the rest I can explain. You know, time goes on, people get, change, but the weather has got better. It used to rain all the. The weather's got better, and the whole town used to be in black and white.
Yes.
And now it's in colour. You explain that to me.
You are the only person I know who has said that, except for me. I have a photograph standing at the Finniston crane. It's a big crane on the dockside in Glasgow. And it's in colour, but you'd swear it was black and white.
Well, yes.
The only colour's my face. the whole town's black and white.
You're embarrassed to be not working.
Yeah.
That's what's been it.
Because I was brought up in the 40s and the 50s, and the world was black and white. People don't believe me.
Yeah, no. Well, I was born in 1962, and by then sepia tones were creeping in.
Sepia was creeping in. We fought against sepia.
Oh, sepia!
We demonstrated against it. No sepia here, we said, in proud, happy voices.
Do you have a place in Scotland? Do you live in Scotland?
Aberdeenshire, yeah.
Aberdeen?
Yeah, I have a castle.
You have a castle? Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Well,
have you been raided?
It's a baronial house.
What's the difference between a baronial house and a castle?
I'm not really sure. I think...
Do you have a moat?
No.
Right. Well, that'll be the difference then.
I don't have battlements.
You don't?
No, I have pointy towers and things.
Pointy towers?
Yeah, sort of towers you trap virgins in. I didn't tell you the weirdest thing of all. A guy in the village said, you know your house is haunted? And I said, no, I haven't noticed anything. A headless dog.
A headless dog?
I said, that's the worst haunting story I ever heard.
It's not frightening at all.
I know.
If they look at a headless dog, what will they do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It can't bark, it can't sniff its own arse.
No. Maybe it was probably an evil dog and it's doomed to wander all eternity not licking its own business.
It's the only dog you can get. You have to lick its balls. It can't do it itself.
I don't.
You think taking the dog for a walk in the rain's rough?
Yeah, that would be bad, yeah.
Wait to see what I have to do when we come back.
Well, at least the cruelty to animal people won't be angry at us. He's not cruel to animals, he's fabulous to them.
A dog's best friend.
No kidding. Do you have a dog?
Yes, I have a dog. I have a dog called Hamish. She's a Labrador.
Well, that seems very normal.
He's a lovely... In Scotland, I don't have him in America.
Does he not travel?
No, well, he used to. We bought him here in Los Angeles, and then we moved him back to Scotland. When we moved to New York, we shifted him to Scotland. I didn't want a Labrador in New York.
Well, that's dangerous, though, because you take an American dog and they drive on a different side of the road over there. He might... he'll think he's safe and he won't be safe. You've got to be careful with that. Still, the way that you treat dogs, he's going to be very happy no matter what.
He's happy.
He's like,
anywhere I am.
Yeah.
Where do you want to live? The same place as him.
Oh, that's... So you live in New York as well?
I do. I live in New York.
Do you have pointy towers in your house in New York?
No, I don't. I live in an apartment in New York, and it's very pleasant.
I used to live in New York. I used to live downtown. Do you live downtown?
Yes.
Oh, really? Do you like the...
I live near Union Square.
That's where I used to live quite near
I know,
there.
I read it in your book.
Oh, yeah? You really did read it?
Yes. I read your other one as well, the bridge.
Oh,
between the bridge
and the river, yeah.
Yeah, I think you gave me it the first time I was here.
Yeah, I'd say I get rid of them.
But I bought it I bought it on my fabulous electronic Kindle book.
Oh, do you like... I don't really like the Kindle-y things because I feel like I'm working if I'm looking at a screen.
You do?
Yeah. I like pages.
I like it. I
like
think
pages.
It's great. I like, sometimes in my Kindle I go to turn the page and I have to remember to click my thumb. But I do like it. It's like you can take a whole library on the road with you instead of lumbering books.
I like to do this. And not to dogs.
Yeah, I was about to say. I didn't know you had a dog.
No.
Oh, you beat me.
I like to do that.
I do that in the dog's ear. Did anybody ever do that when you were a boy at school?
Yeah, lick the fingerprint
and put it in your ear.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Child abuse. That's
teachers did it to me.
Teachers.
Priests.
Oh no. See that?
Shut up! What has taken you by surprise?
Hey. Just remember. Where we come from, it was black and white, all right? I think we won them over.
Your kilt is wonderful.
The Stars and Stripes kilt.
It's a beauty.
I've always been a great admirer of your boots that were bananas.
Oh, the banana boots.
They're in the museum in Glasgow.
They're in the museum. School children file past them.
Like here are the boots, William Connolly.
The relics of Billy Connolly. And they go filing past them. It's kind of it's weird being in a museum. You feel duty-bound to be dead.
Well, I was going to say, when you shuffle off this mortal coil, will they put you in the boots? And then you can just
They may burn me down and empty me into the boots. I don't know.
Well, no, why don't you have yourself stuffed and put in the boots? In some kind of dog-licking position. No. It might be. Although they would criticise you in some way for doing that.
Oh, yes, they always find a way. They find a way.
Very tough on you. I seem to remember the press in Scotland being very tough on you all the time because you were rich and famous.
If you lead, I don't want to sort of put the spotlight on myself by saying this, but if you lead in any way,
right?
If you're a leader of anything,
well, you clearly. I
don't care if it's crochet or shoemaking. If you are a leader in your field, they will nail you. There's nothing they dislike more in Britain, not just in Scotland, than someone who's prepared to stand alone and do something.
I know. It's why I always go for mediocrity.
Yeah.
Safe. Stay in the centre of the herd, that's Craig.
Right. Just clap your dog like an ordinary person.
That's right. Don't do that. Don't try any of that.
Put that away, you silly man. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't. If you're not one of the herd, they get very angry and have to have a go at you.
Yeah.
But they always fail.
I know. Well,
because they don't really represent the people. And there's a lot of that goes on in the world. The world isn't did well enough. I've travelled really, really extensively, and the thing that disappoints me most of the time I have a wonderful time. But when I look at the politics of those different countries, the leaders never resemble the people they represent.
That's true. That's absolutely
true. The people are always in great shape. If you go from Zaire to Alaska to the Arctic to Aboriginal Australia, the people are in great shape and they want very, very little. And then you look at the people who are leading them and they're generally...
You're right. We gotta go. We're done. We're out of time.
Get out of here.
No, absolutely, we're out of time. Yeah, we're done. I have to, now at this point, throw to a commercial.
Give us a kiss.
Only if you do that thing that you do for your dog. Good night, everybody! My next guest stars in the CSI. What one? The original one. Oh, that's the one. CSI, can't believe it's not butter. Take a look at this.
Can you tell me what happened? You know who did this to you?
Get the hell out of here! Huh? Leave me the hell alone!
Hey, hey! Cheeky monkeys! George Eads, everybody! George Eads! Seen you in forever. How you been?
I know. Thanks for having me back. I think this is like my, what, third time?
Third time?
Yeah.
Third time? Good, good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Were you out at Halloween? Did you go out trick-or-treating?
We had a big bowl of candy next to the door, but nobody ever showed up.
Oh, really? But it was candy.
I guess the front of our house wasn't inviting enough, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
maybe it's our neighborhood.
Where'd you live? Don't be...
Well, I live off Mulholland, but...
no, that's too scary up there, man.
Yeah,
you got
too far of a drive.
Yeah, no,
there,
people aren't going to drive up there for candy. Not when you can get apples down where I live. Hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? You look well.
I'm doing really good.
Yeah,
I just went through some spinal surgery.
What?
This summer. Yeah.
Oh, in the summer.
Yeah,
oh, you're over it
was
now,
about
then.
6 months ago. Yeah, no, I'm good now. I just came from the hospital. No, I'm good now.
What happened? Did you have an accident?
I was playing basketball about 12 years ago off Cahuenga and Cole right down here. And I fell, and I hit my tailbone, and both my legs went numb. So it was kind of at the time where I was a struggling actor, living on a futon pad, you know, sleeping on dirty clothes, and... didn't have any insurance or anything.
That's a successful talk show host. Struggling actor, successful talk show host.
So, you know, I just grin and bear it and went on with my life, and my back was really hurting me for a long time. So long story short, I went to the doctor, and they took an x-ray, and they said, when did you break your back?
You had a broken back for 12 years you didn't know?
Yeah.
You are a tough guy.
I think my pain threshold is a little bit high now.
That's amazing.
But they said we can fix it, but it requires surgery, and it's a spinal fusion, which to me, I thought it kind of sounded like welding two pieces of metal together.
Yeah,
you know, you fuse the bone. But I had the surgery done, and I had post-op checkup a month later, and my x-ray was up behind the doctor.
Does he present it like that?
Well, it was up behind him, so we started talking like, yeah, I feel great, and oh, I'm starting to feel better, and I'm like, well, it could be worse. I could be that guy.
Wow.
And he said,
you are that guy.
Yeah. And I said, I didn't know I was going to get 5 screws. And he said, what did you think a fusion was? I don't know. I thought a fusion
I thought it was something melty. You some kind of mixture of, you know, duck à l'orange or something like that. Asian food, French food, kind of fusion.
So they put in a piece of plastic, a plastic spacer, and they screwed it from the bottom, and then they screwed 2 on the sides.
Well, that's awful.
But
any good stuff is meant to be.
It's something. I feel great now.
Well,
you know,
good.
have you ever had a major surgery or anything like that? Have you ever had some kind of event in your life that kind of changed your life, whether you got really hurt in a car accident or?
I had a motorcycle accident once. Okay. Yeah. I fell off a motorcycle. Well, when I say fell off, I fell off. I cracked three ribs. And
do
I
you
broke
still
my
ride now?
12 years later, the doctor said, you know, we can fix that for me. I'm like, nah.
Just walking around with the pain.
Yeah.
Tough guy.
Yeah. It's been 12 years. I'm kind of used to it now.
Now, do you still ride motorcycles?
I do occasionally.
Not
like I used to, though. Do you still play basketball?
No.
See, exactly. I used to ride them all the time, and now I ride, but I don't ride much.
Yeah, I have a bike because I live off Mulholland, and you know the speed limit's only 35 miles an hour up there, so I ride.
Speed limit? Oh, excuse me. Hang on. Do we have a sundress for George? What happened to you, man? What happened to you?
I had surgery, man.
Oh, no. What's going on? You seen anybody?
I got engaged, actually.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got engaged to a really great girl.
How long have you been dating?
Almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years this fall.
Oh, it's time.
Yeah.
Did she tell you? Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Honey, now you got a good back. Let's go all the way.
When you go through something that terrible together, I don't know. I mean, maybe it happened for a reason, but she really was my champion and really helped me get through that. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations. And have you named a date yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, George.
Well, it's like funny. People go.
You might not have. She has. Just get her to tell you.
Well, people go, when are you going to get a girlfriend? And then they go, when are you going to get married? And then they go, when's the date? And then when are you going to die? And can I have your stuff? You know.
What about when's the baby? They're going to ask when the baby is
I
as
forgot
well.
about that part too.
I know you got that back going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be old
no,
carrying
but the back's
babies.
good, man. I'm straight. And
I know. Whoa. All right. I'm sorry, was I coming on a little strong for you? Hey.
What are you drinking in that rattlesnake juice?
Water. It's not rattlesnake juice. I get it.
But when I was in the hospital, you know, I got kind of excited because I had this really good-looking nurse the first day when she came in, and I thought, this is really going to be great.
Yeah.
Until you puke on yourself.
See, in Scotland, that's an act of courtship. Oh, isn't he cute? What? Listen, George, we're out of time. But congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations and congratulations getting through the surgery and congratulations on your upcoming marriage.
Thank you.
Because that's what it will be now. Yeah, marriage.
Thank you. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's actually great.
My friend of mine called that the smallest handcuffs in the world.
Nah.
That's bad.
No, you shouldn't think of it like that.
No.
It is. No, it's great. I wear it with pride.
Yeah? Nice. It's a good thing. It's going to be all right.
George Eads, everybody. We'll be right back. My next guest is here performing Seeing Stars from his new album, Big Dreams and High Hopes. Oh, look. Oh, it's... there it is. Please welcome Jack Ingram, everybody. Jack Ingram.
There's stars on the river, stars in the sky, stars that are falling, stars burning bright, the stars disappearing, the stars come to light out of the dark. I see stars in every headlight. I see stars that are stranded by the side of the road. I see stars that look like raindrops sticking to the hood of my car. There's stars on the river, stars in the sky, stars that have faded like the stars in her eyes. And one lonely teardrop, and one long goodbye, it hit me hard. I'm seeing stars.
If you're going to be in the LA area and would like to attend a taping of The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, please call 213-833-6469.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
Hey, what was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something. I completely forgot about it. What was it? Oh, no, I was going to tell you something. It was something about, no? Oh, I know what it was. Do you know Jack Ingram, right, who was just on? Wasn't he good? He was good, yeah. My mother's maiden name was Ingram, in case you stole my credit card and you want to get the security word. And I have an Uncle Jack who's sadly dead. Well, he was like 100 or something. It creeps up on us all. Anyway, I don't really remember him because he was very old when I was young. Anyway, that being said, I have the Ingram. See, I get the Ferguson family here, but I get the Ingram crest tattooed here. Well, it's not the crest, but it's a tattoo, is what I'm saying. So I've got that tattoo, and I thought, well, that's nice. And I showed it to Jack Ingram, and he was like, oh, yeah, that's good. I don't think he was that impressed. Do you ever remember what you're going to say to somebody and then wish you hadn't? Oh, and one more thing. We got to go. One more thing. Thanks for the apples. Good night.